Hello fellow colleagues, this is Mrs. Alexander and I am here to show you an awesome feature called Screencast-O-Matic. This is helpful in our classrooms because it allows you to cast or record anything that's currently on your desktop along with maybe your face like I'm doing now, or you could turn it off if you didn't want your actual face in there. This allows you to record your PowerPoint notes as you lecture to them. Doing this in a quiet room when no students are around will allow you to get a nice lecture recorded, and then you can play it back for the students later, even upload it on YouTube. As you play it in your classroom, you can look around at the students, walk around, make sure that they're taking notes, pause the recording, and then you can actually help facilitate learning that way. It's a good feature and I use it for most of my lectures, and I share it with other people in my department in case they have a sick day coming up and they are going to miss a lecture day, or if they just wanted to kind of listen to it themselves to hear what I'm lecturing about. Or I link it onto my website so that students who are absent can get the lecture that they missed as well. So I want to show you some features of Screencast-O-Matic. As you can tell, what you're seeing right now is just a screencast of what's currently on my desktop. I've drag and dropped the screencast application to just fit what I want you guys to see. I can pause it any time, pick up it later, and once you're completely done with your recording, you can finish and save. So as you notice, I can actually move my mouse, and as I move my mouse, I point to different things. If you're interested in this feature, then you can go ahead and log into Screencast-O-Matic. It doesn't matter if you're using Firefox or Chrome, it usually works in both of those two things. The first thing you want to do is you want to press Start Recording. When you do that, you will get a screen that looks like this, and you'll probably have to download the interactive plugin. When you click download the missing plugin, or right here, download install, you will be prompted to a screen that looks like this. And you drag that Screencast-O-Matic app into your application folder. And you should get something along the lines in your launch pad that says SOM, Screencast-O-Matic. Once you open that application, that allows you to drag your box wherever you'd like to record what you are currently lecturing about. You can get an account if you'd like. There's a free account. I just want to kind of take you to some of the features. Scroll down here. The awesome part about this is that you can only record a maximum of 15 minutes. So good lectures are short and sweet, and they don't keep the kids there for the whole 15 minutes listening to you lecture. It's a 15-minute maximum, and then it stops at that point. So if you have longer notes than that, I chunk mine into 15-minute periods. Record the screen in webcam. In our Macs, we automatically come with a little camera right up here where you guys are looking, and you can face it around if you want to record yourself pointing to something or recording a laboratory that you may be doing, or some sort of hands-on activity in your classroom. You are able to publish it to YouTube, and that is pretty easy to do. You just need a YouTube account as well. I have one linked to my school address. You can publish it and save it as MP4s, AVIs, or FLV movies. Those are really helpful because then you can attach that to an email for anyone who was sick, needs to watch your video, your notes, or directions possibly. There's a screenshot and a publishing. All that is for the Pro version, which is $15 a year. You are able to stop and pause. These features that are in blue, there's a little bit of those available for the free version as well. Okay, I want to show you some of the features you can do. So if you notice, I removed my face on this one, so now all you're seeing is kind of a screenshot of my desktop. What I've done is I've showed you what the application looks like when it's open. Notice there's a box that is dotted. You're able to drag on the different dots and pull that and size it to the size of your window. Notice I'm just showing you in the background, there's my full window. If I wanted to size that up just so you could see the Screencast-O-Matic logo, I could do that. Or another really helpful feature is if you're done with that one, you can go ahead and close it down, and then let's say you wanted to link a YouTube video to your notes and you wanted to show students how to boil an egg. You would just pause the screencast, pull up your new window like I've done here. See, I'm moving it around in the screencast. And then you could maximize the window or you could shrink your screencast. It just depends on your preferences. So notice here, I have maximized it so you're just seeing the part I want you to see. Now if you wanted to play this YouTube video in the background, notice there's ads, so I need to skip it. what I just showed you there was a fluke. I didn't mean to play the background music. I thought I was ready, but yet Screencast-O-Matic caught it. So what you would do is you would pause the Screencast-O-Matic, and then you would move your cursor around at the bottom, and you would truncate, is what they call it, back to the position in which you want to re-record. So I'm going to do that for you. I'd start my video over, press play.
It's not actually a highlight cooking. It's a learn to cook video.
And as you can hear, she's talking, and I can be lecturing at the same time in the background. If I wanted to pause my YouTube video, I could pause it and explain what's going on. You can add your own notes into somebody else's video, or you can pre-record a PowerPoint, which is what I really like to do, and notes that match up with students, so they can fill in the PowerPoint as your voice is recording. I'm going to show you an example of one of those.
You ought to know.
So here I'm showing you a pre-recorded YouTube video that I created. I just used Screencast-O-Matic, and in the background I had my PowerPoint notes up. And as I pressed record, I was going through the PowerPoint notes, pressing the next button, explaining to the students what the notes were about. And in the same time, what they were doing is they had a typed up packet full of notes with blanks and spaces and some summary space at the bottom so they could summarize their notes when they were done. A cue column on the left where they could make little notes or tidbits or little marks for themselves to come back and remember or study. So here's what the final product looks like.
Hello class, this is Mrs. Alexander.
Notice that's me talking.
These are our Unit 2 notes over ecology, characteristics of life. So a big question this unit is, what does it mean to be alive? All living organisms must contain these 6 criteria or things.
So as the notes go and you click on different PowerPoint slides, you can add video and pictures as well.
Here's an example of a single-celled organism.
Here's another example of a PowerPoint that I put together using Screencast-O-Matic that's narrated. I call them narrated notes. And here's an example of how you can incorporate video.
All right, let's take a short clip, watch a short clip on water.
The water molecule. Take a look at water. Now, take a close...
Notice I have the Screencast-O-Matic icon that's down here in the bottom left-hand corner. That's automatically on all of the resources that you create using this on the free version. On the version that you can pay for, that's removed. But as you can tell, Screencast-O-Matic has various features, and it's pretty helpful in the classroom. And now I'd like to show you what the bottom features of the Screencast-O-Matic toolbar look like. Over here on the far left, we have a red circle, which is a recording button. When you press record on that, it gives you a 3, 2, 1 countdown, so that way you're ready to start talking or casting whatever's on your screen. Right here is the microphone button, and as you talk, it will actually move over left and right to show you that it's picking up your microphone. And then you've got this toolbar right here that shows you how long you've been recording. Remember, there's a 15-minute maximum, and that 15-minute maximum time limit, once it gets to 15 minutes, it just stops. You can go back and change it or re-record over something if you'd like, but that 15 minutes is your maximum time. Over here will allow you to change the size of your screen in addition to dragging and dropping it if you'd like. This button right here shows the webcam feature, which is allowing you to screencast your face, and you can turn that on and off between pauses, like I did earlier, where you were seeing my face, and then the next time I came on and started talking, you did not. Then finally we have restart and done. Restart gets rid of everything that you've done. If you push it, you can still go back and finish casting what you were trying to. Let me show you what it looks like when you press done. On the right hand side, when you press done, it gives you options of going back. This is where you could go back to your original video and edit. It allows you to publish to Screencast-O-Matic, which is only for the paid version. So I've tried to use the publish directly to YouTube, but it doesn't work well. What I do is I save it as a file, and then I drop that file into my YouTube account for those of you that are available or know how to do that. Publish to video file is the one I always use, and it does take quite a bit of time to download, so make sure that you're able to let that download in the background and not close down your computer after you're done recording. So this is the screen you get whenever you ask to save, and right here under video type, publish to video file, you can change it to MP4 or AVI, and MP4s work pretty well if you have QuickTime on your computer. And so those are just some of the features I wanted to show you. I hope that helps, and I hope that gives you some good ideas about how to use Screencast-O-Matic. And with that, I'm going to leave you with an adorable picture of my 2-year-old son, Hunter. And if you guys have any questions or you need any help, please contact me at calexander@bsc124.org. Or you can come by my room, room 503 in the Belton Middle and Freshman Center. Or if you're attending this breakout session, just go right ahead and ask me. I'll help you out with anything you might need. All right, have an awesome day.